Um, so today I am back at the same spot because I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty solid. Also, I'm glad I found it, and now I feel like I have some privacy. People are here, but it's like, okay, well, I could talk to myself in a car. Um, it's just my space. You know what I mean? So today, when I was talking to Barbello, she kind of had to remind me that I have ADHD and that I am absolutely depressed. She had to remind me and let me know, hey, yeah, you are depressed. Just because you laugh and you're smiling doesn't mean you're not depressed. And I've been feeling like, stuck. And she had to remind me, like, you've been through something like this before, as in your emotions, where you've been broken and, just didn't see no way out. And that's when I like really first started allowing myself to think, oh, maybe I am depressed. And then that's when I found out I had ADHD too. So I was on some medication, and that's when I did the most stuff. Like the medication helped. It helped a lot, quite a bit, especially with the ADHD. That was the first time it was just like, oh shit, like oh, like I didn't know I had ADHD, but damn, now it's like, oh no, that's for real a situation. So I stopped taking the medicine a while ago because I was like, okay, well, everything's good, and of course, kind of what we do. And now it's just like, remember, I need you to, take the message again because it's not like I can't do it. It's just like it gets so hard. And then I get to analysis paralysis and all this other stuff. So I decided to go ahead and get back on it and give me some depression medicine. That way I have help through this portion. Because like I said, I can't pretend like I'm okay. I'm not. I can't, you know? So in order for me to not be over here trying to pretend like I'm okay or feeling bad for not having the energy to do stuff or the attention span to do stuff. It's just like, okay, get back on that medicine where it helped you get through so much like that. And I was in class from sun up to sundown. Then I was working on the weekends. I was, being a mom. My daughter, like, she had school and everything. It was a lot that I was doing, and then I'm trying to, uh, I wasn't doing, the other stuff right then, but I was definitely like doing a lot of stuff, especially in a lot of stuff while I was so broken. I was still, beginning my spiritual journey. Then I had to realize, oh, what was happening around me, and um, just trying to process that situation in its own because that was disgusting. That was a disgusting situation. Um, and it's just like, okay, well, I got out of one bad situation to get into another one. That's why I said I'm good where I'm at. And I'm not willing to sit here and be like, oh, yes, I want company, but I want, whatever. I genuinely do not. I am so particular. I am extremely particular about who I want to be around, who I want to talk to. Um, Especially when it comes to like my personal stuff. You not know none of my damn business. You will not know my business. People would, and they just love it. Not knowing my business, you know. And I'm not here for, my business being spread around outside of what I speak on. If I speak on it, I don't care about it. But if it's supposed to be a private situation, why? Because it's not private. Why would everybody know about it? You know what I mean? So no, I'm extremely picky now about whom I'm around and who I talk to about certain things. So this is the first time where it felt like I don't mind being alone whatsoever. I enjoy myself. I'm really glad I had a chance to be alone. But this is the first time I felt lonely, and it's been a matter of about 3 years now. It's the first time I felt lonely, and I genuinely just wanted some friends, whatever, and that's it's like just friends, love interest, all that. Like I genuinely wanted, but I really my standard is so high, and it's not like it's a bad kind of high. It's just you realize there's a lot of healing that has to happen, and not everybody's willing to see their own shit. And I'm not about to sit here and call you on everything either because I got my own. and I fixed my own. And I did my portion of things. And I'm not about to sit here and try to drag you along or wait for a damn apology when you don't give a shit. You're not sorry. You are more than happy with how it happened, the way it happened, that it happened. Why the fuck would I want to be around you at any point? Or try to get any understanding or sit here and have my be upset that, oh no, they never apologized or whatever the situation was never rectified. Fuck it. It ended and it's set exactly how it is. And that's how I'm gonna leave that shit. I ain't fucking with it whatsoever. Um, but that definitely opened my eyes wide to trusting myself. Because when I feel something and I know something, I know it for a fact. And there's no need for me to second guess it. And now I don't want to be around a lot of people because I read people very well unintentionally. Like I read a situation very well unintentionally. There was nothing I was wrong about. Um, and I'm glad I learned that about myself. That hey, when you peep something, stick to it, stand up for it, stand up for yourself about it. And then that may get adverse reactions or whatever reaction you get is the reaction they want you to have. Take that reaction and understand it for what it is. I'm not trying to prove you. I will not. Um, that's what pulled me away from stuff a lot, like that whole situation. But I'd rather be alone. I wish like fuck I would. I wish like hell I would sit here and be in other people's face. I never. I'm not gonna say never again because I deserve to have my happiness and everything else. But it's got to come with a whole different standard. Whole different standard. Like the standard that I gotta keep myself. Um, so I'm really trying to get myself back to there because as a friend, I want to make sure when I'm your friend, I know we're gonna have our bad moments, but I don't want to be a friend that you have to constantly speak to or feel like something intentionally is being done. Like if anything happens, it's unintentional. And then if I do something intentional, I'm gonna tell you about it. It's not like I'm gonna tell you about it like after I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you, hey, there's a whole situation right here I don't fool with. I'm gonna call you out on it immediately. I don't wait, I don't hold, I don't do any of that. I'm gonna say, hey, right now, right here, I don't like it. I don't know what you got going on, and I got a little bit of understanding, but I'm gonna tell you when you approach me correct, because I got my own shit just like you got your own shit. And not everybody's ready for that. Um, I've always been the one to call it out whenever I seen it. And I want my friends to call me out whenever they see it. But it's just like you gotta be able to know. You have to be self-aware enough to know um, your own shit, somebody else, and how to properly handle situations for someone you're supposed to love. Like if I'm your friend, if I'm your partner, you handle me with care. And then you also know boundaries not to be in nobody else's business. No matter how much they want to sit here and openly talk about it, it should be like, that's not my lane. I'm gonna tell you that real quick. I do that all the time. If I feel like somebody about to tell me something that's not my business, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. I guess it's me actually kind of healing from that because that was another thing on this journey. I was told that I was going to be, there was going to be some apologies and, people felt bad for how they treated me in that situation. And I mean, then it was just like, yes, I was hurt. So I would have loved for somebody to, come and apologize and see the situation for what it was or whatever the case may be. But I never bank on that because I already see where they stood. It's clear you didn't give a fuck about me. It is clear. It is clear. And I'm not going to sit here and waste my time being like, well, oh, they didn't care. They didn't. Because if you did, you would have handled it a completely different way. And that's why I say I don't care to forgive. I forgive to release myself from it, but I don't care to forgive like, oh, kumbaya. Nah, fuck away from me. I promise you, don't ever come near me again. I don't want shit to do with you. You said, and you moved exactly how you felt. I understand that. I can't make you respect nobody, but that's revealed to me about your character a whole lot. I don't fool with it. Um, and it's nice to actually talk about it because I didn't get a chance to talk about it. I stayed quiet. I just let it. It's like I couldn't I couldn't fight the fuck it. I couldn't fight it whatsoever. Because it was like everybody was all against me, and then when you realize you're in a narcissistic relationship, and that's the thing that pissed me off about it. I did not know I was in a relationship with a covert narcissist. What the fuck is a narcissist anyway? Okay, I'm trying to get out, and I couldn't get the fuck out. Like I'm telling you, I want to go. But for some reason, something, the conversation always filled back, and then I end up going over. That's what happens when you have that low self-esteem, and people, that person chips away at you bit by bit by bit with the smallest things they're saying, you know, and then you realize the person that you thought loved you actually hates you, and it has nothing to really. It has something to do with you, but it's mostly that it's their own inner turmoil, and that got nothing to do with me. So when I learned about the situation and called it for what it is, that's why I made a hard, clean cut from it. It's just I ain't here for it. Um, and it's been years that it's going. It's just like, and then it's been years that has happened, and I've forgiven the situation. But it's just like when God was telling me, hey, they this person might feel bad about it, or feels bad about it, or this person's gonna come and apologize to you about this, or it's gonna be a certain particular way. Like the apology I got was so sorry, and it wasn't an actual apology. It never was. None of his apologies were ever actual apologies. It was always it was always like brushing it off. Well, if I did this, then I'm sorry. No, I'm telling you, you did it. You just did that shit. Why are you saying it was never? It's never a real apology. Um, so I never expect it back. Or anything real, because when you're dealing with someone who is an actual narcissist, that's their ego. That's just who they are. And I'm not about to sit here and fight. Sir, go have at it. I don't care. I don't care. Go lie on me. Go do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel better. But I promise you, I would have never spoken about you in that manner, nor put your business out there like that, nor had a bunch of people gang up on you at one point. Nor like I'm telling you, the whole situation was so disgusting and so out of the blue. And it doesn't matter if I made a mistake or whatever. The attack was waiting to happen. It was waiting for a moment for me to do something that seemed really out of pocket. And I don't even think I did anything out of pocket. It was just they were like they had so much information. It was like waiting for this one moment, and it justified it for them to do that instead of coming to talk to me about it. Which, like I said, if it's private business, nobody should be talking to anybody about anything. Um, but sometimes it's not worth the fight. Like I'm not about to prove you wrong. You want to go lie to if anybody's willing to listen and take that lie into heart, they never knew me whatsoever. If they never question, what's being said, they don't know me. Never knew me. It doesn't matter how long we've known each other. You never knew me. If you're willing to accept that lie so quickly, you're waiting for something to be wrong with me. You know, okay. And like I said, and then and the thing about it is, anything, if I said anything wrong or did anything wrong, I want to apologize. And I apologize for stuff I didn't have to apologize for because I was right. I was right about all of it. There was no part I was wrong about. I don't I don't understand. Um and like I said, the way they just played it out, they were all, it was just, everybody was happy to do what they wanted to do for whatever reason. Um but I just waiting for justice for that. No, I rather just say, hey, I forgive you for me to release it. But I don't forgive you. Like that whole situation is just a signed, sealed, set type situation. I'm cool on it. I will never. And the laughter that came from it, the humiliation and everything that got from it. Hold on to that. Hold that tight. And that I want you to understand that's how and who you are. If you find that to be something okay. and to treat somebody that way, to make them feel that way. It's not in me to do that. Not sit there and just come at somebody for no reason. What I said, what I felt was what I said, what I felt, and I was not wrong. Not one single bit. Not one single bit. But I'm just glad. I'm glad the situation was revealed, and I'm glad everybody's position was revealed to me as well, because it was just like, I would have never figured. You know what I mean? I would have never figured whatsoever. Well, I mean, I could, because I've seen some red flags, but to that extent, no. And then, to never get any sort of kind of apology, or then for someone to reach out like it's normal. We ain't fucking cool. I don't fuck with you whatsoever. Whatsoever. Don't reach out to me. I don't want to hear shit from you. I promise you I don't. Ain't nothing ever gonna be sweet again. Never. Okay? I That shit's so out of pocket. How you gonna talk to somebody in such a disgusting way and think you gonna just pop up and be all cool and supportive? Your lane way the fuck over there. Okay, and you made it known where you stood. I'm gonna tell you right now, I stand real tall where I'm at. I ain't never been one to back down. What you did catch was me at a very, very, very low moment, trying to grasp for help. And that was like, despite, oh, vulnerable, let's attack that. I promise you I'm nothing weak. I never have been, never will be. I don't care to hear any of the apologies. And then they don't care to apologize. Like I said, it was an enjoyment. You wait for that moment. So, that's why I say, if you got certain situations you know you're never going to get justice for, leave that shit alone. Just understand what you feel is right. What you feel is it as it should be. You should feel what you feel. You should want it to be corrected, but correcting the situation, excuse me, this correct the situation is going to do what for who? That means I got to put my precious energy back into something I don't care about no more. You're not worth my time. You're not worth my energy. You're not worth my love. You know, and that definitely revealed a lot to me about people who say they love you and don't. And then the world around you, period, So it's like, as much as I want friends, as much as I want company, I damn sure don't want that company. I don't want nobody, that's why I say I'm over here really trying to refigure things out, because it's like I'm blocked off, but I'm open, and I want to be a friend that doesn't put off her past trauma onto her new friendship or to her new relationship or whatever. So like I was trying to heal, and last year just really just shit. That's a whole different level of healing there. Um, but I gotta recover from it, because I want to be a good friend whenever I come across my soul tribe. I want to be a good wife whenever I come across my husband. Um, I want to make sure I'm set and ready and not carrying that stuff on. And like I said, I'm glad I finally said something about it, because it's been years and I haven't spoken about it. I let it go, and we'll try to let God handle it. But like I said, it took a turn. So it's like that was never ever actually going to come in. That sorry I got, that was it. But I'm telling you that it was already hyped up to be something different. Like, God hyped me up for it to be something different, and then you know I get it, and then he's like, oh well, you need to check your ego. You told me I was going to get this kind of apology, and I got that, and I'm supposed to accept it, and I got an ego. No. But I just accept it, because honestly, I didn't want to be around him. Period. I ain't want shit to do with him whatsoever. That's a done deal to me, and I'm absolutely glad that ended because God, my God, the way I ended looking from that relationship, that shit's insane. That is sheer insanity. I didn't extend this. I didn't know this conversation was gonna go like this, but um, I really got to keep working on trying to make friends and heal myself to be a good friend whenever it's time for me to have friends and community. Like I said, because I'm just particular. I'm very particular, and but I'm also open. So it's finding the balance again, and not worrying about everybody else and maybe hidden agendas or whatever. I don't know all that. All right. So this is just a vent, I guess. I've been something I never got to speak on. It feels good to get off my chest, to be honest.